What's good, Levi family? How y'all doing, man? Today we got a good one for you. I know I've been MIA for a week. I had a busy week and I had to get back to you guys. But it's been a lot of stuff in the media, in social media. And there's this big thing ongoing when it's talking about women owning more homes than men. And so I got some notes to talk about why could that be the case. And again, this is all opinionated. And I want you to know, I want you to write in your comments below, why do y'all think men or women own more homes than men? And does that have anything to do with commitment? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's get into it. One of the reasons why I feel like this is the case in 2024 is I think women financially want to be more independent. I think nowadays women are going to school. Women are more likely to graduate from college. Women are more likely to have degrees. Heck, when you see even in the churches, women are more involved in churches. Women are more involved and they have more access to things. And now that they have access to things that allow them to have ownership to things, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing that they want to have ownership over something. I think this sets the precedence and the standard and the bar high for us men to know that, hey, you're not going to just get by just by being attractive. You're not just going to get by being able to provide with to them sexual desires and sexual needs. That runs its course over time. You're going to have a little bit more substance. You're going to have a little bit more that you're bringing to the table, because a lot of women now are coming with their stuff together. You feel me? And so I really think financial independence is one of those things why women are more likely to have a home, over men, because they are putting themselves in position. Simple. I just think they're putting themselves in the position to be able to be homeowners. They are about their business. Come on, fellas. Step our G up. I think they want to change societal norms. It's not common for women to own homes. Most of the time, society want women to be housewives. They want the man to lead. They want the man to be in control. They want women to just follow. And then in some cases, that is important that you have a helpmate, because if you look at the biblical sense, God created a helpmate, right? He created somebody to support Adam. I'm not saying that Adam was there to control her, to tell her what to do. That's not what I'm saying. But that was a component to help. When you're a helpmate, you're there to support. When you're a helpmate, you're there to assist. You know what I mean? And they was of one. They was one flesh. They needed each other, right? They was bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I call you woman. Like you was a part of me, right? It was taken from a man's rib, so they can be one. You can't have one without the other. But society has depicted and created this mindset that women are to obey, right? Even when the man ain't leading them in the right direction, even when the man is leading them into a trap, they must follow. And that is not true. Women should have the ability to have discernment, and they do, to say, no, I'm not going that way. No, I'm not doing that. No, I want to own my own. Not because, to try to prove you wrong, but I want to own my own because I want to change societal norms. I want to let my daughter know that she can buy a home. I want to let my sisters know that they can buy a home. I want to let that girl down the street that may not have financial support right now, that she can get to that possibility, opportunity to be able to purchase a home one day. I got to change how the society looks at women. And so that comes about them buying homes. Again, when you're educated and you have the opportunity to get into those doors, right? on your education and intelligence. But I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes some people get hired due to their looks. It's just the way it is. It's the truth of my truth about it. Truth, matter of fact, or the truth at hand. There are sometimes your beauty helps, and there's nothing wrong with that. Heck, for men, there's sometimes your height is gonna give you more privilege when it comes to athletes and sports and stuff like that. So why doesn't it happen, or why are we so naive to think that it's not gonna happen in a line of business, in a line of education, in a line of anything that can attract, right? Like I used to be in the club. You see why all the baddest women are in the club a lot of times, because it's getting men to spend their money. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think another reason is delayed marriage and family planning. Changing and lifestyle choices such as delaying marriage or family planning may lead women to considering home ownership early in life as a personal investment. You're seeing it. A lot of women are not getting married. Back in the day, marriage was early. You was married probably in your 20s. More so than now. You got people who ain't getting married. They're in their 40s, 50s. Like I said, there's no sin to getting married. It's just when you're doing the things you're doing outside of marriage, it's sinful, right? When you having sex without marriage, it's sinful. When you fornicating, it's sinful. If you got your wife, you can get it, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? When with not too much issues, unless you allowing the sex to be the root and not God. That's a whole nother topic. But I just think that when you don't have a partner, when you don't have somebody that you are building with, what are you gonna do? You're gonna build with yourself. Like I said, simple fact of the matter is women are a lot educated. They're more educated nowadays. They are more likely to graduate. They are more likely to commit. They are more likely to finish. And we're gonna get into that commitment statement as well, because women are doing their thing. They're doing their thing for real. Um, and then I think one of the biggest ones is autonomy, right? They desire for autonomy. Some women may value the autonomy and the control that comes with ownership. Having one's own space and ability to make decisions about the property independently can be appealing. You have a lot of independent women. A lot of women have this mindset where they just want to do them, and I'm not knocking that. But at the same time, we talked about it a couple of weeks prior, coasting mentality. You're using your accolades, you're using your home, you're using your degrees, you're using your privilege to mask your true feelings that you do want to be with somebody. You do want to have a companion. You do want to have somebody to come home to. You do want to have a partner. You do want to have your soulmate. But instead of saying that, you're allowing this property, you're allowing your access to things that you have privilege to access to dictate and control the narrative. But deep down rooted, there's a part of you that want to be happy, that don't like coming home to an empty home where it's just you. Now, sometimes it does feel good to come to an empty home because you ain't got to worry about no mess. You ain't got to worry about kids. You ain't got to worry about cooking. You ain't got to worry about who I got to get what for and all that. But there are days that we all have it, men and women, are more likely, to want to have that ability to do that for somebody, that yearn for that opportunity to be able to provide for somebody. And now let's get into the root, because there's the root of this, because people was talking. And one of the things that I came about, put my notes down real quick, commitment. Does this sort of like statistic of women being more likely, or women owning more homes or being homeowners, have anything to do with commitment? I think, and I will say this, there are a lot more women who are more likely to finish than men. There are a lot more women who are more likely to commit and see it through than men. Why is that? The $1 million question. Why are women more likely to commit than men are more likely? And statistically proven, how can I put this? I truly feel that I think that women are more likely to commit because they do value that one person. They do. I think they value it more than men do. More men are in the hunting mindset where they want to hunt. They always want the latest, greatest. They want the next thing. See, when a woman is content and she's in love, she ain't thinking about next thing. A man can be in love and still wonder. And that's tough. A man can literally be in love and feel like he has the best thing ever and still be wondering eyes, still be desiring other things, still get bored. And that's a scary thing. I ain't going to say all men because there are some men who are content because they're in a different place in their life, because they're in a different mindset or they have a different mindset and they are looking to do things a little bit different. But a lot of men, majority of men, are looking at it where they are content and they have something good, but they always looking for something better, even when they in love. Because men mostly are afraid of love more than women. It's the sad truth, but it's the real truth. Men are more afraid of love than women are. Women are more likely to fall in love than men. Women try to mask their emotions of saying, oh, I'm not in love, but they truly are. Because a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women can't front. A lot of women ain't built for the streets. They not, because they get emotionally invested into a situationship. And in their mind, they want a relationship, but they're only going to settle for what that man is able to give to them at that given moment until they come to agreement to say, I'm done. I want to move on. I don't want to do this no more. A man can be okay with a situationship. Only time a man starts to trip when a situationship changes is when they tell you no. When a man gets told no, that's when it clicks. When a man feels like they about to lose out on something, that's when it clicks. I don't know why it's like that, but that's how our wired is wired. That's why our psychology is a little bit different. Some men can be in love and still want to hunt because we're hunters at heart. We are hunters. We are created to lead. And when you're not taking that responsibility seriously, you can damage a lot of folks. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with a woman owning a home. Shout out to my ladies that's owning homes. Kudos to you. And I say that statement to challenge our men. Why aren't we owning homes? Why aren't we building foundations to bring our significant others into a home? Why aren't we looking for homes together? Ooh, that's a whole nother topic. Why aren't we looking for homes together? Because we always get in this mindset is you always want your own. So when they leave, we're already planting the seed that they're going to leave or is going to fail. So you want to make sure you have your own. You better sign the prenup, because if you don't sign the prenup, she's going to take half of what you own, half of what you worked for. And you don't want that. So you better sign the prenup. So we plant the seed early to already have the mindset that it ain't going to work. Think about what the damage is we're doing. There's power in the tongue. If you speak life in your relationship, if you speak life into your marriage, if you speak life into yourself, there's nothing wrong with having your own. But there's nothing wrong also with having something together. I truly feel that a lot of times we want things of our own so we can have something to fall back on. It's a safety net. It's something that you can say you can never take away that. I own this. I worked for this. I did this myself. When actuality, there is nothing in your life that you did by yourself. Nothing came on your own merit. Somebody helped you along the way. God was always there along the way. So no matter what you accomplished, no matter what you did, God put people and put opportunity and created things for you to have. So it was never you. So the crazy thing about it is why is it so harmful to have something together? Ladies, if you want to own your home, own it. If you want to own your home, own it. Fellas, if you want to buy a home, own it. But let's think about it from the context of maybe I can build a relationship and maybe it's not about what I own and what she own and who got the most and who's owning more. It's about maybe what we can build together. There comes a time where we do have to walk our walk solo. There comes a time where we have a season of singleness for a reason. To build, to grow. And in that singleness, if you purchase a home and that's what you got, dope. But don't allow that home to conlude or dilute or confuse your mind to think that you don't need nobody in your life, even if it's as a friend. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who owned more homes. Shout out to the ladies. I think they are more likely to commit. They are more likely to finish what they start. They are more likely to complete the task more times than it is than men. And men, we gotta get our act together. We gotta step it up in a way where we building and we supporting, and stop looking at women who got homes as out of your league. High expectations. You should have high expectations for yourself. But I'm gonna leave that up to you. Do you think that women own more homes because they are more committed to finishing? They are more committed to completing? Or do you just think it's circumstantial? You think that has nothing to do with commitment. It's just they have access, they make money, they finish, they complete, and they want to change the societal norms. They want autonomy. They want to own some stuff because maybe the oppression of women has been so long that they want to finally start owning something. Y'all let me know. I ain't saying I'm right. I'm just giving you my opinion. Remember, man, it's another episode of The Vibe, where it's not about the man, it's not about the woman, it's about two beings coming together to make one. We build relationships centered around love around here. It's your boy Beck. Peace.